This video covers Cambium platform updates and reviews the redesigned item types you'll find on practice and release STAAR tests. First, the equation editor is a new tool for math questions that has fractions, expressions, or equations. Students must click on the correct formats or symbols to create the answer. The system will display a pop-up window after 5 minutes of inactivity. It will log them out after 20 minutes of non-activity. Students can modify the colors for the screen background in the Test Settings menu while working on a test question. The Read Aloud button for text-to-speech is displayed near eligible content that can be read aloud and no longer embedded within the context menu. And finally, students who meet eligibility criteria for speech-to-text can dictate their words within the notepad or sticky notes tools. Now we will show examples of how to answer the STAAR redesign item types introduced last year. A text entry question has a box where the answer must be typed in. It could be a word, number, short phrase, or an equation. A hot text question has words or phrases in a passage that are highlighted. Students must click on the ones that answer the question. A hotspot question has an image with clickable areas. Students must click on the part of the image that answers the question. A drag and drop question has movable objects that could be words, graphics, or numbers, and students must drag them to the correct target area to answer the question. An inline choice writing question has a sentence or paragraph with a blank text box. Students must choose the correct word or phrase from a drop-down menu to answer the question correctly. A multi-part question has more than one part to answer, such as a section A, B, or C, or part 1 and part 2. All parts of the question must be answered. Multi-select questions have multiple answer choices, and students must choose all answer choices that are correct. A match table grid question has a table with rows and columns. Students must click inside the box to answer the question correctly as directed. A graphing question may present students with different models that might be an interactive graph. They may be required to plot points, draw lines, shade areas, or interpret data to answer the question correctly. Fraction models are math questions that have circles or grids. Students are required to follow the directions and shade, divide, or interact with the model in order to create the fraction to answer the question. A short constructed response question requires that students type a few words or few sentences to explain their answers. An extended constructed response question requires that students write an essay. This will include several paragraphs. And that's all we have for you. We covered a lot in a brief tutorial, so this is a reminder of the updates for this year. And this is a reminder of the item types that we demonstrated how students need to answer. This concludes the tutorial. When it's time to practice, students should no longer go through Clever. We are now recommending accessing the practice test site through the secure test browser. And the reason is because troubleshooting found this login path had better connectivity and device performance. Students using Chromebooks and iPads will access the secure browser the same way. They will now click on the practice test site from this screen. Good luck with testing.